Hi guys, my name is Olivia,
My name's Elizabeth.
and welcome to our podcast for our movie The Love Spell. Today we're going to be doing and talking about our CCR. So first thing we wanted to talk about is how our product uses or challenges conventions and how it represents social groups/issues.
So one of the ways that our movie The Love Spell represents social groups or issues is how it has like bullying in it. And
For example, like in our movie, our main character, which is a witch, her name is Juniper, and then we have a mean girl who is Star. And as Juniper goes into class, she has her diary, and Star notices her diary because it's very flamboyant.
her diary is very like unique and
very like you
how do you say? Oh, it stands out a lot.
Yes, it stands out. So as Star sees her diary, she decides that she grabs it and wants to like invade her privacy and look through it. And when she grabs her diary, she kind of like sees this like entry that Juniper had wrote about the kid she liked, and she starts showing this around the room, and they start laughing at her. And so I mean, this is like could be a very like real life situation that people could relate to, because I think sometimes when you're younger,
Just a very common thing.
Yeah.
To get bullied when you're young and in school
Yeah.
sometimes.
especially over having like a crush on a person and like doing silly things like that.
Yeah, and it's just like, I feel like it shows that because then Juniper like, freaks out and overreacts because like, like being embarrassed like that is like a big deal when you're young and when you're in school.
Yeah, it definitely is. So yeah, Juniper, like, this does like take her by a toll, because it sucks to be made fun of, especially when this was like just a
When you
journal entry.
Yeah, and especially when you like
and it was shared with everyone.
yeah, like something so private.
So next thing we're going to talk about is how our movie deals with self-esteem. Juniper we did intend for her to have self-esteem issues, as she's more of a shy and like reserved girl. She goes into her diary and she writes about this guy. Instead of like approaching him or anything, she just kind of writes about him. And the reason we did that is because a lot of girls are very shy and they tend to not pursue men out of just like being more self-conscious and
Yeah,
reserved
like they're just very like awkward and stuff, and
Yeah.
like sometimes they get very anxious to make a first move.
Yeah, and we kind of want to make Juniper like a character just like that, so she could relate to other girls and relate to girls who like go do the same thing, where they don't know how to talk to a crush and are just coming to be themselves and dealing with self-esteem issues, finding out who they are.
This is seen a lot in a lot of coming of age movies where people are trying to find themselves, because as you get older and you become a teenager, you begin to form your own opinions and stuff. So it's something very commonly seen in these movies.
And as Juniper is coming to be herself and forming her own opinions and finding the type of people she likes, we did set our movie as a coming of age movie, especially because Juniper is young, she's in school, and we kind of tried to replicate that with our movie. As a coming of age movie, we use a lot of conventions, such as like from the 2000s, like type of inspiration. So we use kind of like 2000 music in the opening, just to give it like a 2000s feel. The basic opening of the girl waking up and getting ready to go to school and changing her clothes, and yeah, like one of those basic like kind of like wholesome, like comforting openings that you see like in movies when like the girls like getting ready. And
We use a lot of props that, like, for example, the scenes where she's making the potion and stuff, like, and there's like the intense music in the back, and then there's like the smoke and the darkness and random like knickknacks that we use in order to like show like ingredients for her spell, and those are examples of like conventions that we use to show like this scene. And that also like represents the teen drama movie that we filmed.
He's with the basic mean girl whole stereotype, and that plays into the type of social groups and issues that we used in this movie, because you do see a lot of like character types of mean girls, and these are real issues that teenagers do go through, like we said, with the bullying, and wanting your crush to like you back, some validation from others to make yourself feel better and make yourself feel loved. And these are real issues that teenagers go through in real life and can very much relate to when watching this movie.